Welcome to Transfer Business and News with Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana and Poku-Hitzfield. It's another lovely Monday morning, 21st August 2023, our year of grace, our year of power, and our year of abundance as Africans. I'm sending greetings from Accra, Ghana, to wherever you may find yourself on this lovely continent. Our unity is here. That is why I am always happy, because I have seen the Africa that we've built. So I live from the back. Imagine knowing what something will become, right? All your dreams coming to pass. So then I live from the back. So I am in the process. And right now I realize that everything I thought of when I was a child, we are manifesting it together. So move into the feed dimension with me. I have a video I did last Monday. Go and follow instructions. Move your consciousness into the feed dimension and come and let's build Africa. An Africa of grace, an Africa of power, an Africa of abundance. We know, and I know that the soldiers in ECOWAS across Ghana, across Africa, will never go and fight their own brothers, because they know that their brothers know what is good for them. And we won't be the puppets of the neo-colonialists going forward. As a matter of fact, we are removing our energies and friendship from them. We are removing every French embassy in Africa. By the close of 2023, all French embassies should leave Africa. You can't come and hurt us like this, and we will allow you to be in our land. Anybody that has harmed Africa going forward, a day at a time, we know who we are, and we are coming for everything that belongs to us. All 1.5 billion black people and 2.5 black people around the world, we are coming for what belongs to us. Enough is enough. We gave you that energy. That is why you think you can keep hurting us, right? But now, our energies, we will use it in building our own people. We will start implementing our old customs, the ones that made families family, where there were no jealousy, where sisters could marry one man and know it is nothing, where our mothers were living in harmony, in grace, and in abundance. You came and meet us as queens and told us we were slaves. The kingdom of Al-Kebulan is upon us. Africa has suffered enough. This continent and the name Africa has suffered enough. But because we as the new generation of Africans, we are moving into the fifth dimension in consciousness, we will call it the name we were before they came to meet us, when we were kings and queens of earth. Al-Kebulan. So the kingdom of Al-Kebulan is upon us. Now, much respect to the Malawi president, Mr. Lazarus Chakwera. I hope I mentioned your name correct. I'm sending love from Ghana to you, my father, for standing and saying that from henceforth, if the United States wants to trade with Malawi in natural resources, they should also bring natural resources to trade. I'm saluting you, sir, from Accra, Ghana, for that initiative, because we have the resources. A gram of californium, Google it, my brothers, a gram of californium, just californium, is $27 million plus a gram. Just californium. And we have it in abundance in Africa. Do you know DRC is the richest country in the world? The cobalts that they need for the iPhones is from DRC. We have it in abundance across Africa. So we need to start realizing who we are. And we have gone 800,000 years back to when we were kings and queens. We have gone far. Because as an Asante, my people taught me the Adinkra symbols. And there was a symbol. Now this morning, when I was communing with the sun every morning, people don't even know the reason the sun comes up every morning is to energize them, give them new energies to fight for their dreams. They don't even know. So they don't even acknowledge when the sun is coming up. Going forward, we need to be conscious about the energies that protect us. That is why they demonized it and told us we are worshiping the sun. No, we don't. We acknowledge the sun for being forever, for being ever present on earth. People will go, people will come. The sun has always been there. I would rather believe in the power of the sun to illuminate my skin every morning, give me new energies. We are the children of the sun. Africans are the children of the sun. And when the sun appears, illuminates everywhere. So if you can channel this power into your dream, imagine the electricity that you are going to put into the quantum field. You guys should go back to when we were kings and queens. We are going to teach consciousness across Africa. Our education system over the years has failed us miserably. And those are the things we need to start correcting in our educational system. Especially when people are taught subjects that are not necessarily important to today's living. When children need to be taught coding at the age 10 onwards. Now, what we will do is, as I said, we will be retiring our fathers soon. Everybody above the ages of 50, we won't let you do hard work. We are going to build houses across Africa. A 5-acre property for our mothers. Now, every child's dream is to do or be able to do something for his or her parents. But what if we can do that consciously through a system and tackle it as the next year, a median age of 19 years? Now, I know the youth of Africa. I believe in the youth of Africa. And as ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I know that when I tap into this potential with communism, where I don't feel superior to anybody, where nobody feels he's superior, but then he will see a brother, he will see a father, where children won't be able to even insult older people. We need to bring those systems consciously back into our system, where now we can, because our mothers have houses so big, our children can spend their early lives with your mothers. Because come to think of it, our mothers they raised us, so they know life more than you do. So let us incorporate the extended family system back into our society. So we need to retire them and give them houses with a swimming pool, with a sauna, with a theater, a 7-bedroom house. We should do that for our mothers. And we should make it a law so that in the next years, when you and I are also 50 years, our children will do similar to us. I hate it when I see old black people begging on the street. You see, it is bringing tears into my eyes. I'm like, how wicked can you be? Like somebody like the president, right? Let's say the president of Ghana. He sits in a private jet. When he's moving, his convoy is made up of around 36 cars. And you meet another old man, his age, similar age, begging to make ends meet. Then you think about it is, how did we make systems that makes old age a sin? The old age should be the goal. If you are 80 years, do you know what you would have gone through to be 80? 80 should be the goal for every human. How did we make that age the place where you are you are irrelevant to society? Come on, my brothers, consciously, let us change our mindset. We need to do that in this generation. We are not here to stand the mediocrity the church and democracy brings, the divisions that it divides. We are one people. We are children of our Kebulan, and we are here to take whatever belongs to us. Old pirates, yes, the rabbi, took I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had is redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for the atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill that book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had is redemption songs. Africa's unity is here. Pan-Africanism is upon us. We have over 1 billion Pan-Africanists now across the world. Why are you not a Pan-Africanist? I don't want you to be the last person as a Pan-Africanist. Keep writing me the emails. If you have any donations to help push this cause forward, you can donate it. Write me an email. I need to know you first. Because I don't want one day, I know these people will say the person was using drug money to fund Pan-Africanism. I know it. So any friend, I need to know the friend, know you before I take gift from anybody, right? And I give gifts a lot too. So the more you give, the more. All I ask God all the time is, you should give me more so that I can give more to my brothers across Ghana, across Africa, and be able to be even producing this every time, because the cost involved in producing every time consistently for like 3 years. Come on, you know it. But then we go a day at a time because we know we have seen the end. So now we are living from the end. We know Africa's abundance. We have seen it in our vision. We have co-created it in the cosmos quantumly. And we are now sitting down waiting for it to manifest in this illusion called 3D. Or am I going too consciously? And yes, people won't understand. No? Sometimes when I'm going there, I need to, do you know how sometimes I need to think before I understand certain people's conversation? Because I need to calm down. All I know about the universe, I need to calm down to listen to something, right? It is too low for me. Their energies are low. Come on, vibrate, attract. Do you know in this life, if you chase wealth, if you are chasing wealth, right, it means you are not living in your dream. Because wealth is something you attract into your life. You don't chase it. You just be you. Being you is so enough. You are unique on this earth. There hasn't been anybody like you, and there won't be anybody like you. So when you try to imitate somebody so much, it means that you are depriving this world of an opportunity of you. The I in you is the I in me. We are here, spiritual beings, to have an earthly experience, to love one another, to live in harmony. And living in harmony means that if my house, I have a pool, in every African's house, there should be a pool. If my children can access free education, their children should access free education. It is about consciously putting systems together. The kingdom of Al-Kebulan is upon us. Now, somebody may ask, how did a young boy, so young, know all of this? Now, people talk about Muhammad Gaddafi, and he used the Pan-African system. And those are the systems we are using across Africa. And this time around, we went back quantumly, because the DNA that you share may be of Okonfa-Anokye. Maybe Okonfa-Anokye, you are the great grandchild of Okonfa-Anokye. Because in those days, they married plenty. Do you know how powerful you may be? Because he hasn't gone. He is still in your DNA. And if you call on him, he will answer. And you will speak and you will manifest it. I said, what you see across Africa is what we've done quantumly already. That is why I am telling France and the West and the United States that they know we are the dominant race. Black people are the dominant race. And they know it. And that is what they try to beat out of us. The melanin is the magic. The melanin is the multi-million. If you have melanin in your skin, you should be able to be a billionaire because your consciousness is high. So it is about you consciously staying away from negativity, gossip, and focusing on your dreams. The last time I asked the youth of Africa, are you buried or planted? If you are buried, then it means you are going to stay in the soil, right? But if you are planted, even though they put you in the soil, you need that soil around you for you to grow. I called myself a Chinese bamboo because the story of the Chinese bamboo fascinates me. And I look through nature and I look through things and I'm like, I called myself the Chinese bamboo because I like the concept of how the Chinese bamboo grows. Now, let me share this story with you. Now, this story was shared to me by Bishop Benjamin Ohene at the Perez Chapel, Zoweland. He said he used it in his sermon and it has stuck with me till date. He spoke about the Chinese bamboo and I went home and I Googled it and I learned a lot and I loved the concept and I started calling myself that. So when I started calling myself that, I started planting seeds of African unity wherever I was. I started learning, acquiring knowledge, writing software patterns daily, doing things, moving in the right direction, working for UNICEF, doing things, working at Coconut Grove, still working towards that aim of that African unity. Now, the Chinese bamboo plant or tree, when you put it in the soil, it will take 5 years. You won't even see a shoot. 5 years in the soil covered. There won't be a shoot. But after 5 years, you will see the first shoot coming up, yes, from the soil, out of the soil. But then in just 3 months, that plant that it took 5 years in the soil will germinate into over 100 feet tall. Think about it. Now, like a scientist, somebody who knows so much about this universe, when I look at this plant, for instance, what it teaches me is the as above, so below concept. So the 5 years you weren't seeing the plant, it was making sure its roots was stuck to the earth so that when it kicks, it will get a supporting system up there because it knows itself. So maybe you may be the Chinese bamboo of your family. I said, move out of the churches. I'm telling you today, I am telling you today, as the ordained crown prince of Ghana, I won't ever tell you something that will send you into chaos. Move out of the churches. The youth of Africa, move out of the churches. The more you read the Bible, the more corrupt your mind becomes. It is full of good things. But then they give you things like, it is difficult for a rich man to pass through, to go to heaven than for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. They want you to love being poor so that they can keep looting our natural resources. They will tell you that when Lazarus and the rich man went to heaven, Lazarus was in heaven, the rich man was. You see the stories, they tell you as a child, so that it keeps suppressing the inner you, your purpose in life, which is to co-create with Africa for a better Africa. Every African owning a property in Monaco, sell that property, come to Africa. If you want a land, I will give you a land. Come and build there. We need to develop our continent. You can fit the whole of United States in Africa. You can fit China. Do you know the land that we have? Let us develop it. We are about to build subways across Africa. We will start from Ghana. We will put tunnel boring machines in South Africa. We will make sure we tunnel through the land. We want to develop our coastal areas. We want to start making our waters clean again, because our waters being clean will give us more money in tourism than it being dirty. That gives us cancer. The reason why we are dying a lot these days is because of our water. Water is life. How stupid have we become to chase paper, to destroy existence? Now, when I give you this example right now, that if I give you $100 million right now, I hope you'll be happy, right? But if I tell you, after I give you the $100 million, I will kill you, will you agree to it? I don't think any sensible person will agree to it, because how can I get $100 million today and tomorrow I will be dead, right? But then that is what we are doing. We are destroying our waters when our body is made up of 70% water. And we need water every day in our system to clean the toxics in our body. We are part of the universe. Everything is energy. Sometimes I don't know how to explain it. But then energy is what our forefathers called bosom. Every energy, they had a name for it. Right? Every energy. You see, when you now know, when you move into science and you compare it with African spirituality, now you realize that everything that our fathers were telling us, our ancestors were telling us, were true. But then we took it for granted. Everything is energy. Even this flesh that you think it is solid, when you put it under a microscope, you will realize there is more to what you are seeing. There is various of layers of skins going. We are part of the universe. Look at it. Humans are one of the most brightest. Oh, we are the most brightest species on earth. But then we are not the biggest. Are you bigger than an elephant? Are you bigger than an elephant? You are not. Are you bigger than a blue whale shark? But what you know, you can manipulate. We are bigger than ants, but ants have become wiser than the modern day African. Because ants will build tunnels for water to pass through. And it never floods where they live. Ghanaians, for the past 10 years, every year, there will be a flood and one person will die. There will be a flood and 10 people will die. 10 children will die. To the world, the life of the black child is not matter. I matter. I love the child because I know the I in me will be the I in that child. So going forward as Africans, our unity is here. We are about to use Pan-African system a lot in our continent. And I'm sending love to Algiers, to Morocco, to Pretoria, to Nairobi, to Addis Ababa. We have a specific, there is a land far, far away. It's called Addis Ababa. Have you heard that song before? There is a land far, far away. Now I can't wait to travel to Addis Ababa and go and check Matthew. Now Matthew is a black man, of course. Those churches that they've dug underneath, I want to check the building. I want to listen to how they worship and compare it to African spirituality to see whether it's the same concept, right? Because we started before any race could know of any deity. We were the deities. That is why I say if you go searching for God as a black man, stand in front of the mirror, look in your face, look at the mirror. You are staring at God in the flesh. You are God here to experience earth in your version. What is your dream? Keep chasing your dream. Because in your dream, I am living my dream right now. I am living my dream. Because when I was 3 years and I did my first assignment at the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, I realized everybody stood up and they were clapping. But I saw it. I was like, why are they clapping? This is not anything. I saw it. Oh, this is an easy work. Because my father made me recite the whole sheet. I could now close the sheet and I could say it off head. But then my father would tell me to look at the audience, right? And speak. And look sometimes, but I had rehearsed the whole thing. I could say it off head. So when it was time, I remember they put staircase, Jehovah Witness. If you've been a Jehovah Witness, you know, when you get to the Kingdom Hall, we have staircase for children doing assignments, right? So they put staircase there and I stood on the pulpit and I remember I looked at them, I looked at the paper and everything was already here. I had been reciting it so much. So I could say it off head. Then I will speak and I will look up. I will look at somebody. I will get an eye contact. Then after I was done, the whole congregation stood up. They were clapping. Pra, 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 pra. I got a lot of gifts that night. But then later on when I will grow, I will realize how difficult it was for other people. But I could do it early because that was my dream, to unite a continent. I always looked up to people who united their continent, like Mahatma Gandhi of India, right? So one day I would love to travel to India. I would love to go to India. I would want to be in India with the monks, listening to their version of spirituality. I would love to go to Japan. You see, we are all here to experience this world. And unfortunately, certain people decided to make themselves better than others and suppress others. And those friendships, we are letting go of every friendship that has hurt Africa. Until you apologize to Africa, we are never letting go of our decision. Until you bring everything that belongs to Africa back, we are never letting go of those decisions, right? So, as I said, I'm sending love to the president of Malawi in his decision making, right? He's called Mr. Lazarus Chakwera. I'm sending a kiss and love and everything, man. Love to my brother, love to my father, to my uncle, whatever he can call me. We need to love each other as Africans and as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. That is what I preach. That is what I stand for. And I want to be the UN Secretary General very, very soon. Because the United Nations needs to be shaped. We need to put conscious people ruling the world, not rich people with agenda to commit murder. Because how can you tell me the United States budget for creating wars is bigger than the UN budget for creating peace? And everybody is watching it because they are the same people. We need to shake the United Nations. We need to shake the WHO. All these world organizations. Africa is leaving the World Bank. Africa is leaving IMF. Africa is leaving UN. All the friendships that have brought shame. All the friendships that have brought death. all the friendships that has brought mass incarceration of our people, killing of our people, we are letting go of those bad energies. We are leaving the West and the United States behind. So I want to call on Mr. Tyler Perry. You guys should share this video, let it get to him. Mr. Tyler Perry, I know it will get to him. I am the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. I know I get I know. It said that you need just 5 people in this world to get to somebody, right? And maybe I can get to the first person very, very soon. Tell a word, say something before you realize Mr. Tyler Perry has heard it, right? So I'm putting it out there in the universe, man. So now I know the academy he built in Atlanta. We want to give him 7 times that land size in Africa to build an academy and train African youth in filmmaking. We will call it the Tyler Perry Academy. So I don't know the land. I think he has around a very big acre in Atlanta. I hope he comes. He contacts the Ordained Crown Prince. I don't know how to contact him. So contact me at ranrinko@gmail.com. My TikTok bio. I have my email there. Send me an email. Anybody, send me an email. We want to build an academy to train African filmmakers, because I want to tell Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's story, the real Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's story. But then we don't want to write it down anymore. Children learn better when they watch. You see, we are attracted to the 3D version of reality a lot, right? So children want to watch. So we will make a film about Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. If it can be a series, we will do that. If not, if we can put it in a film, we want to tell the story from the African perspective for the first time. Most of the stories have been thrown away. Even his house, the places he lived. Recently, Wodemaya was at one of his houses in Ghana, and it had been left in ruins. You see, they want to destroy the man's legacy. But you can never kill a great spirit, because he's going to manifest in the new generation. You could never kill his spirit. You can never kill any spirit. Patrice Lumumba's spirit is still there. Anybody can tap into his spirit and know what he knew on earth. Tap into the conscious mind. Move into the fifth dimension with me. Now, let me talk about Manchester United's game against Spurs. And I was surprised Erik ten Hag played Rashford again up top. We as Manchester United fans have known forever that Rashford is not good playing up front. You could better play Jadon Sancho as a number 9 and play Rashford on the left as a false 9 like he has been playing, because Rashford is better from the left. We have known this. And I thought Erik ten Hag, for the first time, I'm like, this defeat is on Erik ten Hag. And most Manchester United fans for the first time was like, this defeat is on Erik ten Hag. Because the Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes theory is not working. Clearly, we've seen it since preseason. They need to be closer to Casemiro, because Casemiro is tiring. When you are looking at Casemiro, you are like, they look tired. It's like Manchester United players look tired. And we shouldn't be playing those preseason friendlies anymore. The one we won 2-0. What was the need? Let them rest. They are humans. Come on. We played over 60 games last season. And before you realize the new season is coming, they are humans. You need to build up a squad capable of, so that you can rest Casemiro for a very long time. We need a squad, a proper squad. Bring Amrabat in. Bring another midfielder in, because so that you can be able to rest Bruno for some matches. We know as Manchester United fans that Bruno Fernandes, when you put him on the right or any part of the wing, I don't want to use the word useless, but then he is ineffective. He doesn't contribute anything to the game again. It is better to put a Garnacho from the bench. Bruno Fernandes doesn't need to play all the matches, all the time. For the pass, look at the chance he had. Come on. 65th minutes. Take him off. Let him rest. Let him recuperate. He played the most matches last season. Eric Ten Hag, for the first time, I'm like, this is the fault of the coach. 70th minute. Give Facundo Pellistri a chance in the number 10 role. Go solid sometimes. Go solid. Put Facundo behind a striker. Because when he gets the ball, all he thinks about is driving forward. Put Facundo Pellistri in the number 10. I think Anthony will be a better number 10 than being on the wing. Because on the wing, he's not as potent there. When you put Anthony on the wing, it's like, I don't know, it's like we are wasting his talent there. Because the trickery needs to be done at the edge of the box to be able to play those true passes, those careless, right? Now today, maybe they will announce the decision of Mason Greenwood, and I have made my stance clear on this for a very, very long time, right? Mason Greenwood needs to be back at Manchester United because the court found him innocent. And anything that you think you heard, what if it was altered? Are you not spinning? Why are you looking on one side of the coin? Why is it that when even the system finds black people innocent, white people will sit and be like, no, they've heard what they've heard, so they would rather destroy the life and dream of the boy they have trained all their lives. If Greenwood did that, it should be on Manchester United as a corporation. Moral standards. What do you teach these children in your camps? Not just football. Play football, but then you will be a human. You will be a wife. You will be a boyfriend. This is how to react to women. Never hate a woman. Show a woman love, and she will give you respect. Those are the systems. You see, this is what Pan-Africanism will teach to Africans. And anybody who wants to be a Pan-Africanist is welcome, because we are about to close Africa to the world. We will open Africa in 2050. So if we are telling you guys to come back to the motherland, that is why I'm calling on Tyler Perry to contact me. Let us build an academy in Africa to train the next generation of actors. What you know about film and everything. Our TVs will become interesting, right? With Tyler Perry, people like Tyler Perry coming back. Let us give them the land. They are black people. They are us. We share the same DNA. I'm sending love. I'm sending love. I'm sending abundance. Somebody is called Spirio. Spirio said, Jesus is coming back. Whoa, man. Oh, my brother. Only if you knew what I knew. Only if you've read the Bible the number of times I did. Only if you knew that I've read the 6 and 7 books of Moses, the book of Enoch, the Torah or the Pentateuch. Only if you knew that Israel was created in 1948 to fit a narrative. Only if you knew that the only reason why you say Jesus is coming back is because the first slave ship that came to Africa to enslave you and I, our fathers in Ghana and in West Africa, was called Jesus the Lubeck. Queen Elizabeth I chartered this ship. John Hawkins or whatever he's called. So maybe Jesus is coming back. But maybe let him come back as a cruise ship that you and I, we built through technology. We built a cruise ship like what Saudi Arabia is building. Let us build one and call it Jesus the Lube. The irony of the case, right? Only if my brothers in Africa knew what I knew. He said Jesus is coming back. Upon what I keep saying to my brothers, I tell the guy that said Jesus is coming back, right? Follow the course, the 30-day course. Move into the fifth dimension. This comment, you will come back and delete it, okay? Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you for a very long time. Catch me on Wednesday. Let's talk about Africa. Let's talk about African unity, African spirituality, Manchester United, football, blackness, black consciousness, Charlie, guys, Africa's unity is upon us. The kingdom of Al-Kebulan is upon us. I am manifesting a lot of things. This morning I was communing with the sun, and I'm seeing more things coming. I said, don't be afraid of atomic bomb, because we can astral project and detonate it in their land. When they try to detonate it and towards this direction, I said, don't be afraid. We can change things. This is an illusion. What you see, how can I explain this? You see, the level of consciousness I am, won't take the American say. Eko si say, wubehu, na wate wan kasa wase. Wate, say we are the BBI energy. Energy no na ye nana no frɛ no bosom. Na wate niyama se. Suya science, wo de suya science. Go into aquaculture, go into agriculture. The land will teach you everything. Study your human body. Heaven is a state of mind. Your crown chakra, the 7 chakras in you, the one on your top, this side of your head. That is why when every child is born, this side of the head is not, that is the crown. So that is heaven. When you live in your lower chakra, that is how come you will be poor. Change your thoughts. It will change in this version. This is real and not real. Whatever life you are going through today is because that you think of it in your mind. Everything on earth was first thought of. God thought of this world. He created humans. Humans thought of a car. The person that designed a car had to have the picture of the car in his head before designing it. So everything you see on earth was thought of. Let us change the way we think. Positivity with love, chasing our dreams, loving one another. So join me on the fifth dimension. Go and follow my course, right? I'm leaving you with grace. I'm leaving you with power. I'm leaving you with abundance. Chichicha, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, they need to have their game. And everything has to stop playing. Come on. Mount hasn't worked. Let him come. Incorporate him little by little. The season is long. Give Mason Mount time. The season is long. We need another body in midfield. We need another body in midfield. Unfortunately, Kobe Mainu, his injury. Come on, Charlie. We need another body. Another body. Amrabat. We need Amrabat in there. Only if we had somebody like Bellingham, man. Charlie, Manchester United have fallen. For Jude Bellingham not to even... But we can make it attractive so that when he thinks of leaving Madrid, not an old person though, Charlie, the club is falling. And if the Glazers don't leave, we will keep sinking like this. We will keep sinking. Because imagine this summer transfer under a Qatari ownership. Declan Rice would have been at United. Caicedo would have been at United. And then you will see, right, compactive midfielders topping the stats. Charlie, see you on Wednesday. I've been talking for a very, very long time. Chichicha. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have less than 5. You see, when we talk about systematic slavery, people think it is just a myth. They don't want to even think about it. But you see my YouTube channel. Initially, I was having 500 subscribers. Because of my messages of truth, now they keep reducing my reach. So they would rather show a white lady on the bed to 1 billion black people to watch than show my messages of unity to my own people. So Facebook, YouTube, I've been watching every system and I note everything down. All the social media outlets that doesn't allow Africans to speak their truth, but they want to put an African child who is looking like a skeleton on there, and that one has over 10 million views. But then when we talk about our truth, you limit our reach to our people. We are going to cancel all the social media. You won't even reach Africa. We are going to build our own platforms. So if you know what is good for you, let everybody speak his or her truth. Don't go and pick your narrative and show it to the world. We know the truth. The world has come to a realization. We are in the age of Aquarius. The consciousness everybody's marching to, everybody will know the truth. You won't fight against nature and win. So Macron and anybody associated with France should leave and never come back to this land again. They've been banished from Africa. If we find France and the West snooping in Africa again, going forward, because we need to take our dignity back as humans, just humans. Our waters are full of cyanide. I create. I create the kingdom of Al-Kebula. I call on the I to create a kingdom of grace, a kingdom of power, a kingdom of abundance, a kingdom where empires will fall, for this good empire to rise out of its ashes, for everybody's peace, for everybody's abundance across the world. All Sinai, God, universe, Allah, Ochediampon, Okokroko, Adienina Situmfuo, Oshun, Amun, Buddha, Krishna, whatever you may call him in your language. I am that I am. He is the same person wherever he wants to be. Now somebody may say, what am I doing? I am channeling. So you see, these are the mudras you need to be practicing. This mudra is a mudra you need. I gave you the Chinese bamboo scenario, right? So the mudra, the earth here, on earth, you are one person, you are this body, but you are more than who you think you are. So channel the one who brought you here, the abundance, your source. You are here for a purpose, okay? See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.